Alright, so I finally got a chance to complete the MGSD Wing Zero Custom, and, well, voila, it's looking pretty good. I really like the way it turned out, but there are some good things and there are some flaw things, so I definitely want to get into that, so let's get straight to it. After putting the model together, it's pretty sturdy, surprising enough, but only sturdy because I added the cement glue onto here, as you saw from previously, and right here. So these parts were kind of iffy, like these kept falling off, so I had to use the cement glue for that. But overall, just holding up here, it's a pretty solid third party. I'm really surprised on how well it's done. Now, I never built the official one, I only got the third party, and the third party is the Snow White Prelude colors. Now, I don't think it's fully the Snow White, but I do like the color aesthetics. Of course, you can pull this out, which is kind of cool. And if you want to pull, oh, there you go. So that's another thing I do want to mention. The wings kind of don't really attach too well for the most part, but they do pretty well. I guess some moments it kind of falls off a little bit, but it's not that bad. And of course, the wings right here, you see the insides of the internal. It's kind of cool there. But honestly, it's really epic. I kind of wish I painted it, but I really wanted to make this video, so I didn't want to take too much of the time of painting and stuff. But maybe I'll go back and paint it. And the wings, you kind of have to take them out and put them in certain places because it is kind of weird when you try moving it around. I don't know if that's just an issue of mine, but overall, so let's see if we can pull this off. Sure, there's a way to pull this off without pulling and breaking it. Hopefully I don't break it. Oh, you pull it upwards. Okay, so you slide up and then out. There you go. Thank God I pull it off. So look at the wings here. Very nice, sturdy. I think overall it's pretty epic. I think you could put this on like an HG Wing Zero, and I think you'd actually do the trick. And even by itself, it's pretty solid here. So we can turn the head this way. There we go. And the aesthetics of pulling the knees here, it's actually kind of cool. You know, you can do the epic posing, and you can see the kind of pulls out kind of these together. Kind of really cool there. So I think you do a lot of posing here. So, oops, I think this part something fell off here. Just noticed that. Okay. So I just noticed that fall off. Let me take that off. Or put it on. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, it goes here. So I might have to cement glue this part too. See, like, that's why I was saying some parts kind of fall off. But I might have to cement glue that later. But if you just put the pose there, you can probably pose it just like that. Kind of folds nicely there. And posing wise, if you hold it like there, right there, it doesn't really hold up, really. Kind of falls like that. But obviously, I don't think it's meant to stand anyways because it has wings, so we want to keep that, you know, up there, right? So you can pull it there. There we go. Now, these can actually kind of fold too, so it's kind of cool. These kind of extend if you look closely here at the head. I'll just pull off the head so you guys can get an idea what I'm talking about. So here, pull up there. Nice little gimmick there. Like what I'm seeing. Since we have the head off anyways. So that's what I'm saying. Some of these parts aren't really together. Maybe it's just my lack of building skills. But some parts do fall off. And I feel like with third-party kits, they kind of do that. See, now the part fell, I don't even know which part it's from. So I have to, like, you know, go down there and reach, you know, hopefully don't break my back. Yeah, so the cement glue is going to be your best friend for this one for sure. So it's for the bottom part here earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit here. We'll just put that together there for a second. Because I kind of let the top part kind of stick on as well. So Yeah, the cement glue is going to be your best friend for this third part. If you know what I'm talking about, this is the stuff you want to get. You can actually go to my link below and order on Amazon if you want to get one for yourself. It's right there. Use the link below. It does help with the channel. And the decals, of course, I have the decal sheet here. I didn't really want to add more to it than I had to, so I definitely just kept it, you know, I guess naked until if I ever decide to use it. So I didn't put it for this one just because, well, it was too much work already, and you know, I'm getting old and stuff like that. And of course, here is the shield. The shield is looking pretty cool. I never really liked using the shield, but I always appreciated the design for the Wing Zero, but I never really cared too much about it because for me the Wing Zero just looks good with the wings and it's Buster rifles. That's all I really cared about, really. And of course the beam sabers right here, nice and green right here, look at that. And of course the two Buster rifles here, they can come together or apart, so all you do is just pull this part, so you can pull it out here. There we go, simple as that. And honestly, they look pretty good, so you can extend it like that. There we go. I wish I had like the Zerg weapons. I think that would be kind of cool, but you know, I guess they'll probably do like another third party for that, or a P Bandai in the future. But I do like the aesthetics and I like how they look. I think you just fold this, right? So I think you fold this together and basically you get the other side, and so it just looks normal kind of thing. There we go. Yeah, this part was actually surprisingly the easiest part, surprisingly enough. It actually held the thing together. So we're going to turn this into a bird mode, so let's see how this goes. So as you can see here, it's a little janky and it was kind of difficult to put in, but I made it work either way. But it does look kind of cool for what I'm seeing. But let's see what it looks like, you know, with the stand and everything. So here's the part that's going to be kind of annoying. You see these parts right here? We want to take these little parts, it's going to go right in here. We're going to slide that in. I don't know how we're going to do it, but there should be a way to do it according to the manual. There we go. Okay, so you just kind of have to slide it in there. And there you go. You got the shield there. And since, you know, there's no reason to, you know, put the double rifles, we're just gonna take these out here. See, I set it here, so you can see it from this angle. And you just place them right in here together. Oh, I think it goes all the way down. There we go. And place that together. There you go. And then we'll just place that right over here on this bad boy. This is the pain in the butt here. Now I do recommend using cement glue on the hands too, because the hands are kind of fall off too, so it's important to use that as well. Okay, there we go. Might not fit all the way, so I'm just gonna put the giant there. Yeah, see. So here's what we have to do. The best thing to do if you want to get the, you know, if you want to get the best result, you have to place it in here. There you go. It's the best to go about it. Then we take this, we just place it back on. There you go. It's really janky, but you know, you can make it work. Now, I forgot to mention one thing by the time I finish the video, but there's one thing I really do like, and I do like the app crunch here, so I gotta show it through like this. So as you can see, it has a nice little bend, so if you want to use the, I guess, Buster Rifle, you know, move, and then like just like the movie, you can kind of crunch the abs there, and it's kind of nice, and it kind of flims, but it feels like just right, where you don't have to like kind of like crunch it all the way, but it's just there. It's just easy access. Love the way it looks. So that was just one thing I forgot to mention in my video. So after putting it into the bird mode, it is kind of cool. I mean, I guess the idea of it's kind of like catchy, but honestly, I'm not a big fan of it, and I'll probably never do it again, to be honest. But I mean, as a one-time thing, it's kind of cool. Now I think I'm missing a part of the stance, so that's why it's kind of weird how it's like kind of going straight up in a way, doing like a Nazi salute kind of thing. But I mean, whatever's. So of course, you know, with the posing with the downwards with the Buster rifles, I didn't like putting them together because they didn't fit very well. Like I said, you kind of have to cement the hand area to make it all connect, but overall, like, I think the posing is pretty good as long as you cement glue the certain parts that need to be attached, which is kind of nice. And of course, even just bending on his knees is pretty good for the most part. I think you need to use the wings to keep it together. Now of course, I put on the sabers. It's actually my first time actually putting sabers on any of my videos, but I don't know, I don't really care for them. I thought they were kind of useless to me, but it's cool where you can put the saber into the wings area, which is kind of cool. And of course, with the shield, as mentioned, with the double rifle, like I said, it's, you don't really need to put the two rifles together. It's just, I always like just the twin Buster rifles. Makes it a lot cooler for me personally, so I'm more of a big fan of that. But overall, I mean, like, I think the posing is really cool. As you can see here, like, this is what I'm saying, the twin Buster rifles right here, just fire. It always works out very well. But anyways, if this is something you're interested in, I highly recommend getting it if you like the Wing Zero, and if you like the MGSDs. I think these are really solid kits. I think they're a ton of fun. Now the third party does the job just as well, so if you don't want to spend like the $50 on the I guess, or I don't know how much it is for the Bandai one, third party is good, just as good. It gets the job done. I really like it. I like everything I did so far. But yeah, great posing, definitely like it, super epic. But anyways, let me know what you guys think.